greeting to ye.
My family's been weaving carpets and cloth here for generations. There was a time when every house for leagues was carpeted with Gendi's finest fabrics. These days, no one in this town sees much cause to visit our humble shop. Time marches on, and it doesn't care who it stomps past. The Weaver's Predicament. Pseudo-gold ore. Some handkerchief. Yeah, a modest price of 8 fucking coins. Yeah, that's really good. Who would have thought? Even the pseudo-gold ore isn't that great. That's some odds and ends. It really just comes down to the heavy coin pouch. Where does this lead to? Morlock's Manse, which is probably where Cyrus's story will take us. Something over here to the right? No, it's like there's a mine below this. That's probably where Tressa's story will go. A mine underneath Quarry Crest. What is this, a spear? Yo! This is actually good for him because he can equip this and the other thing and it'll boost his elemental attack. Like super hot. Okay. Plate shield, okay. Well. Maybe I should just cave, get the Saintly Tiara. At least as a temporary... No, not 2. Even though 2 technically would be better. It would be good for Hanit as well. I might swap out Hanit, though, to be fair. I'll have to see. I do need someone who can hit daggers. So I do need, like, Therion and maybe someone else. I have to see what I really want. But Hanit's pretty good. Like, she's pretty powerful, and she's also pretty tanky. So in all fairness, she's not bad. But she is definitely the flex pick. Okay. Maybe I should save first. Where's the nearest save point? You know what? Forget it. I'll just do it. It's lower level. I mean, I might have to chug items. I might mess up 1 or 2 times, but I shouldn't be in that much trouble when I'm doing this. Okay, here a tail. What, I can't do tresses? Oh, you just have to add them to the party. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I thought it was an actual level requirement. Alright, fair enough. Hoping to solve the mysteries behind a certain ancient tome, you head to Quarry Crest. Here you seek out Odette, a former colleague who may be able to shed some light on the matter. So I'll just add these people to the party and have them be carried, basically. Story so far. Cyrus left the academy behind in search of the lost tome from the far reaches of hell. Its disappearance was a riddle wrapped in a mystery, a riddle that piqued his scholarly curiosity. Even suffering the indignity of losing his post was a small price to pay for the opportunity of solving this fascinating puzzle. So did Cyrus come to Quarry Crest to call upon an old colleague who just might have the answers he seeks. This is Quarry Crest. It's hard to believe it's been 10 whole years since Odette left the academy. And her house was... that's right, she left her directions in her letter. I should take another look. With all the markings of a great scholar, Cyrus. Nice. But allow me to offer you... a word of warning. For her intellect, you've always been clumsy in matters of the heart. I know your research is more important to you than anything. But you would do well to give some thought to how you treat the fairer sex. You're more handsome than you give yourself credit for. If you're not careful, you might find your words and actions misconstrued by those around you. Yeah, I think you're a little too late. Yeah, I think you are. I should have known better than to read that again. Wait, so where were the directions? What the hell? First time I read it, you fell over laughing. Now it seems almost prophetic. I think I'd be banished from the academy because of a trumped-up scandal like that. I could just see Odette laughing at me the moment I mentioned it.
Now then.
There's no point in worrying. I have to face her sooner or later, after all. Uh-oh. Try to keep myself presentable that this is true. Was my face truly so easy on the eyes? Oh, woe is me, doomed to never realize the full depth of my good looks and charisma. Okay, apparently a bunch of women were immediately attracted to him.
If you'll forgive me.
First of all, may I ask what that letter was about? It seemed most engrossing. Well, that it was a message warning me about women. It was a message warning me about women. Huh? Oh, I don't mean it in a bad way. What I actually said was I should be careful how I act towards women lest I give cause for misunderstandings. Well, intelligence such as yours can be very attractive. Please, my dear. Words such as attractive must be reserved for those of great beauty, such as yourself. Then maybe that was the type of thing the letter writer was talking about. You think so, but I was merely speaking my mind. Am I not allowed to tell a beautiful woman that she is just that? Well, sometimes you can, but maybe in your case you shouldn't. I'm finding this most difficult to understand. Okay, where am I going? Okay. This is her house? Oh no, it's above, I see. It's above.
Anyhow, here we are.
I got this is voice now. This game is random voice acting, I'm not gonna lie.
Be right there.
It's been some time, Odette.
I'm sorry, who are you? Oh.
You're still here. I guess I'm not suffering from fatigue-induced hallucinations.
Oh my god. A shit poster.
It's me, Odette, in the flesh. Good to see you as hale and hearty as ever.
And you're as insufferable as ever, no doubt. What are you waiting for? Come in already.
Very excited, as you can tell.
How did I know that would be your reaction?
We were practically joined at the hip back in the day.
Alright.
Just watching you go about was fun in and of itself. I always had a hunch you'd end up in trouble with the ladies, but to think it would happen with the princess of all people. Somehow, you've managed to exceed even my wildest expectations.
This fucking game is crazy.
By expelling me, they hope to protect Her Highness's good name. Needless to say, there's no truth in any of this.
Sure.
Oh, of course, I'm sure.
No, it's because of that other
that's
thirsty
all,
hoe.
as you say. Her Highness and this Therese are just your pupils.
Yeah, what's Therese?
They have no romantic interest in you in the slightest.
Yeah, okay.
You're something else, Cyrus. But it's a relief to find your powers of observation are as keen as ever. Well,
Where's the bed in
did
here?
you come all this way just
I actually
to
just thought about
entertain me?
that.
If so, congratulations on a job well done.
No chairs, no
Save your
bed.
congratulations for another time. I've come in search of a certain tome. Are you perchance familiar with From the Far Reaches of Hell?
A cheery title if I've ever heard one. I can tell you that it's a compendium of ancient rites and rituals. Not that I've read it myself, of course.
I know that much. I was hoping you could tell me more.
Not much more. It touches upon necromancy, I believe.
Ooh.
Necromancy?
Well, necromancy bad, so we're not going to use any of that.
Necromancy. That said, as to what extent, I know little.
Is that so?
See, what they did there is they had a scene transition so they could stop voice acting. Why? I have no clue. It happened in the weirdest place, because this is still a direct tie-in, apparently. Is that so? I was sure if anyone could enlighten me, it would be you.
Give me a break.
Okay. Is this supposed to be flattery? Alright, just give me some time. As soon as I tackle the little pickle I'm dealing with at the moment, I'll do some investigating.
Oh.
A pickle, you say? Consider my interest piqued. I took you for the type who'd shoot up and spit out your problems before pickles they could become. Yeah, I find your flattery lacking. Anyhow, since you're here, perhaps I can put you to use. As it happens, a number of people have gone missing of late. Under suspicious circumstances, I presume?
Naturally.
Just so, many quite literally seem to have been spirited away. One soul went to the neighborhood provisioner to buy some foodstuffs and never returned. Another turned the street corner only to vanish entirely, leaving his friend who was strolling with him in disbelief. All told, 10 men and women have gone missing in such a fashion in the past half year.
Most intriguing.
Curious indeed. Don't look so disappointed, you nut job. So how about it? Do you have any ideas? It'd be imprudent to jump to conclusions without conducting an investigation.
Great.
Great, thanks. Knew I could count on you. I'll look into that tome while you're away.
As you wish.
A fair trade, I'd say. Though I dare say having the opportunity to solve this peculiar puzzle is over. Oh, shut the fuck up, Jesus.
I see.
Figures. Happy investigating. Hooray. First, Shask Odette, where precisely the kidnappings have occurred. I mean, like, we just had a full dialogue with her. Why not have it in the dialogue as well? Let's see now. Come to think of it, the 3 people who went missing were last seen near the end. It could very well be a coincidence. She's 40? Oh, jeez. We're walking near the end. Does this have anything to do with what I'm doing? Oh, forget that. I'm not ready to do this. I think I'm only supposed to scrutinize green people. Yeah, okay. Just checking. Making sure. Since my underground canals runs all throughout this town, I don't think anyone's ventured in there in quite some time, though. There's an entrance to the sewers behind the end. What? Examine? What? That was weird. Seen it happen both in dead night and broad daylight. Someone's walking by the end, they turned the corner up ahead, and when I followed, they were gone, vanished into thin air. They've been happening all times a day. Sounds like someone's kidnapping them, maybe. I do believe I have all the knowledge to crack the... Okay. It happened near the end. Our victim was in the general vicinity of the inn when they disappeared. We can say with absolute certainty that they did not vanish into thin air or some such nonsense. Disappearances are happening at all hours, broad daylight and the dead of night. It stands to reason that they were kidnapped. Kidnapper made use of a hidden path or passage to evade the public eye. He was using the skies. He was using the sewers. Apparently there's sewers in this rock wall town. Alright, I mean, it's not impossible. It's just, alright, sure. Entrance to sewers would seem to make for an ideal escape route. Missed out unless the culprit stole underground to spirit his victims away. Was he... Okay, he went back here. I believe I should have looked down there for myself. Well, let me tell you, we ain't gonna find something nice down there, are we? Do I need to make use at the end? Okay, no, I'm good. The sewers. Wallaby? It's a full-on cistern. Looks of it, these aqueducts predate the founding of the village itself. There's a good chance that many of the villagers are unaware of their existence. This calls for a thorough investigation. But I must be wary. For all I know, the culprit will be lurking in the shadows as I speak. I will proceed with caution. After all, it simply wouldn't do if I became our villain's latest victim. Can't wait till you can buy plum baskets. It's gonna happen at some point. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Really? I don't know. What do I have? Because Ulbrich is... I could bring Therian, technically. But then I would lose access to capture. Capture and using beasts. So it's a trade-off, because Therian's the only person who can open those, and I guarantee you they're good. I mean, all it does is it just makes me backtrack, though. It just makes me backtrack later. Like, is it annoying? Yeah. Is it gonna murder me? No. I'll wait till light.
How about you?
Who knows what else they're weak to? We'll try level slash. We'll try Blizzard, I guess. Okay.
A tempest of ice shall rage.
No.
What next?
I don't want to try arrows. I feel like arrows is not going to do shit. I didn't give her donated BP. That's unfortunate. We use Sand Strike. You know what? We use this. We use Double Strike. Oh, you don't get to instruct him. Well, that was a waste. I was kind of hoping I could use it on one of the the only one that's weak to it, but whatever. That's a waste. So then her meats are only really good for like straight up fights, basically. Nope, not weak to spears. They're gotta be weak to some magic then.
Interesting dilemma.
They're wind wisps, so what would wind be weak to? I'd actually venture lightning, to be completely honest. That actually hurts, holy shit. That's actually dangerous. That's more dangerous than I actually gave them credit for.
Bring about a miracle of healing.
won't make that mistake again. Oh great, that's all they're gonna do now, isn't it? That's actually all they're gonna do now. Barely fucking survived. Because I don't know their weakness. I can't hit them with anything is the problem.
Use this.
Now, what next?
Shit. Because no matter what I do, I'm going to be in the hole. Let's try lightning. Okay, yeah. It seems like when monsters, when they specifically get weak, they use Gale Storm a lot. Let's have her use a little bit of healing. One of the rare times I've used this menu so far. What? Oh, fuck me. I could have skipped a good chunk of this other shit. Well, I shouldn't have gone back in the first place. I wasted my evasive maneuver timing. There you go. Alright, what do we have here? To win.
Letting the hunt begin.
Victory shall be mine.
So we already know that he can't really do much. So I could incite.
Come.
Yeah.
There.
The only thing is he doesn't really have much magic defense. Is the problem. So he's gonna get murdered by this. Which is unfortunate.
I'll do my best.
I'd rather just use an item.
Have this.
This is like the weirdest RPG ever, because like the healer is good, but only really it's only really useful for group healing. It's not really good for me to use it for anything that's not group healing. I mean, it is technically a waste. Is it that big of a deal? Not really, but it is still kind of a waste, to be honest.
I think not.
He's probably still gonna die. Yeah, he's gonna fucking die. That sucks.
Failed.
I'll do my best.
This entire area is incredibly magic heavy.
Bring about a miracle of healing.
I'll say this, at least your party leader dies, it's not the end of the game, unlike
Letting the hunt
Persona
begin.
and current Final Fantasy. Thank the Lord they got rid of that shit. Thunder? No, these are Thunder Wisps, that's why they're weak to wind. Yeah, there's not really much I can do for this turn, but I kind of wanted sweep there too, but I'm going to use Trade Tempest on this turn as well.
What next?
That was kind of actually a bad turn to use Incite, because two of my party members are really good against magic, so I probably should have just left them as they were. I'm gonna get them up before the end of the battle. They're weak to dark.
Letting the hunt begin.
Alright, let's pick them up.
Using this.
My turn now.
I know for a fact they're weak to dark. think. Yep, I was
What's
correct.
the logical course of action?
Okay.
Thus ends your lesson.
He gets his experience, that's all that matters to me. Yeah, Ophelia is now the same level, because I haven't swapped her out since I got her. Yeah, I mean, I like for him... See, the only thing he would lose is bows. Maybe I should make him an apothecary. That might actually be good, because then he could just sit there and full heal himself. I mean, it makes sense, right? Because he won't be able to tame beasts anyway. So maybe I should make him an apothecary. He'll lose access to bows, but we already have a bow user. So maybe it would be better for him to do that, and he can just first aid himself, if needed. And that way Ophelia only needs to stand in for group attacks. This will give him more health anyway. So it will make him more of a tank. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. He'll still have access to axes, though, which is good. So, it's not like it's a total loss. Just he can't use bows anymore. Which is fine, because bows are inaccurate as all hell in this game. So I really am not losing much. So, that's the plan. Oh yeah, see, now you use first aid. And it's pretty potent, despite the fact that he doesn't have much in the stat. Bottle of befuddling dust. Surpassing power increases the maximum damage that can be dealt by the equipping character. It's limit break, basically. Okay. Attack all enemies with an axe. Deal. Okay, no, that's good if he's low on health. Right, a single incapacitated ally. There's a single axe attack. Revive a single ally. There's a single axe attack. And maybe rehabilitate as well. Cover is good. Summon strength. Okay. Increases maximum HP. Fuck. With each successful attack, you gain SP equal to 1% of the damage you deal. We're not going to be hitting the damage cap anytime soon, so I'm going to take that off. Maybe later on, 500 HP won't really mean anything, so that way it wouldn't make sense for me to do that. But I'm going to boost this dude's HP to unknown levels, basically. Whenever he's afflicted with anything, he gets really tanky, which is good. He'll absorb single targeted damage, and he increases his strength by 50, which is good. Yeah, so I'm not going to take inspiration. Alright, we'll do that. Oh, is this the boss fight? Oh, fuck me. Good thing I see.
Most intriguing.
I do say to think there were such elaborate structures under the surface. Is he dead? He's dead.
What in the...
But what in the heavens is this? It's as if the blood was drained from his body. And what is atop these strange patterns? Clearly some baleful sorcery has been practiced here.
Couldn't be.
These gemstones, well, if my hypothesis is correct,
It couldn't be.
it must be composed of crystallized human blood. So it's blood magic. Yeah, as if myriad hues of red are mixed together. So that's where the bodies are from. Yeah. Multiple people have been drained. Good gods, what horrors have been wrought here? How many innocents have been victimized by this blood-sucking sorcerer? At least now we know the motive behind the kidnappings. The victim we are dealing with is no common criminal. No, I am loath to even call him a human being.
I'll
Sucking the life from men and women of this poor town only to cast them away. This is a veritable demon who walks among us. One thing is clear, this monster must be stopped before he can commit any more vile deeds. As an academic, I must confess that the history of the dark arts intrigues me. But to put them into practice, this is truly beyond the pale. What's this? Very worried. Very worried. The young lady in this cell, she still lives. Must free her lest she suffer the same fate as the others. This dude is literally narrating the whole thing.
And who might you be?
Uh-oh. I'm gonna fight a vampire now.
Just a scholar of no particular repute. I was passing through and could not help but notice these odd gemstones. Are they perhaps your work?
Can't wait for him to get blamed for this too.
And these
That'll be a
strange
great
glyphs,
twist.
Are they not runes of High Hornburgia?
Are they now?
Gideon.
The tomes of ancient Hornburg were lost long ago. No ordinary scholar would be privy to this knowledge. But how could any self-respecting academic perform such horrors?
Ho ho. Seems you're more of a scholar than you give yourself credit for.
They still live, yes? If you know what's best for you, you'll free them at once.
That line has never failed.
Well, since you asked so nicely. No, I think not. A shame. If only you hadn't come poking around in my secrets. I wouldn't have minded picking your brain. Now I'll have to settle for sucking your blood!
Okay. He literally wants to be a vampire. He's literally LARPing. He's weak to daggers. Oh, that's helpful to know. Alright, thanks. What do you think vampires would be weak to, right? Usually they use ice. I mean, there's nothing much I can do. Just gotta keep hitting.
How about you?
We could try Icicle. But you know what I need to do? I need to Insight anyway.
Come, if
Well then,
Okay. Physical defense. He's gonna use a bunch of magic, so actually let me not do this. Maybe light. He might be weak to light.
oh sacred light.
Yes. Animate bones. Ah.
Letting my
Being
arrow
protected
fly.
by the undead, so okay. Basically, we gotta get rid of these guys. Oh, but he revealed. Okay, so we know that he's weak to swords now, which is cool.
victory shall be mine.
First aid on himself. It's kind of awful, but I mean, it's better than nothing. Okay, so now that we know they're gonna attack, let's do the mole dance.
The more.
These have to be weak to fire, right?
Great inferno.
Nope, they're undead, so they definitely
Letting the
are.
hunt beginning.
They're not weak to swords. So maybe axes? Yes, okay. Hands of ow, okay. We're still doing fine. It's just it is kind of annoying to have to deal with. I think I'm gonna have him rehabilitate himself.
This will heal your wounds.
Okay. Ophelia's gonna have to heal. What can she do? she can just attack the other undead.
Bring about a miracle of healing.
What's this now?
Okay.
Focus
No, it's I'll use only 3. This should probably kill him.
the land.
No, of course not. I should have used all 4.
What next?
Shit, they are not kidding with this. This is actually getting really difficult. This is we're going places with this. See, in a case like this, I can't. It doesn't really matter what I do in this turn.
What's this now?
It's just better to roll the dice.
Great inferno to scorch the land.
I'm gonna have to use Hanit's turn next turn to feed basically feed him.
You shall be healed.
Yeah, it's weak. It's weak healing, but I mean it's better than nothing.
May the sacred flame shine forth.
It's unfortunate I can't dump any more magic into that than I already am. That's actually unfortunate, but whatever. It's also unfortunate. So I can either heal him. I'm gonna have to use items anyway.
Have this.
Let's use that. His health pool is actually that big that I need to do that. And
Using this.
Insight's about to run out.
Come, if
What's this now?
I'm just gonna have him guard. After I insight with him, I'm just gonna have him guard. There's really no reason for me to try to DPS with him and have him lose a fuck ton of health just for no reason. That's just kind of getting stupid at this point. I'm just gonna not do that anymore.
I will not be defeated.
So this turn, I'm just gonna have him heal. Execution is just heavy.
I think not.
Defend.
This now?
Great inferno to scorch the land.
Letting the hunt.
And the worst
begin.
part is, you know, he's gonna summon more of these ads. Like that's actually the worst part. Is you know this is not even close to the end of the fight. He's gonna summon more that I'm gonna have to deal with. Let's see. Actually, honestly, I'm trying to think of better strats. Just haven't
I think
found
not.
yet.
Coming, if thou darest.
He gets brutalized.
Using this.
I will not be defeated. May the sacred flame shine forth.
Interesting dilemma.
Great inferno to scorch the land.
Thank you.
Damn.
Pass insight.
Come, if you
But he's so hurt, and he's the only dude with single target, that I kind of basically have to blow hers on heal more, which is unfortunate. I mean, everyone's kind of hurt, so it's fair enough, but still. I almost have to use heal more with her like almost every turn. Okay, for him, we'll just have him rest.
Holding back nothing.
Miss. Oh, fuck, she is blind. That's true.
I think not. Now, what next? I could use a rest.
Okay.
Well then,
Shit, and if he wasn't defending, that would have actually killed him. Yeah, I mean, with the shit I have, it would be better for her to... It would be better for Hanit to just heal with items. And just do this.
oh sacred light.
I don't really like the way the skills are allocated or balanced in this game. I don't really like it that much. It's kind of unfortunate. Can't have to use a medium.
Using this.
How much? I think not.
An interesting dilemma.
He's not weak to fire. I already tried that. So what is he weak to? Maybe lightning? No. It's ice? Wind?
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Yeah, because Hanit is just kind of wasting turns healing this guy because it's not worth it.
I'll do my best.
I wish I could boost more MP into an ability to make it do more damage.
Oh sacred light.
Now that would be helpful.
Victory shall be mine.
It's like with this dude. Because I could break him. Right? But the setup for breaking him is I need to hit him 3 times. Ophelia can hit him once. Cyrus can hit him once. But I don't know what he's weak to that Cyrus can do, is the problem. He's not weak to dark. I already tried fire. If he was weak to fire, it would have been revealed when he was defended by the undead. So I tried lightning, I tried fire. It's either wind or blizzard. It's only one of them. But more to the point, I'm gonna abide. Oh, Hanit can break abide? Okay. Well, Hanit, no, I can't have her do that. I'm gonna abide. Still gonna be able to get this off, I
Letting my
think.
arrow fly and true.
No. I'm fucked. Ophelia can attack. Okay. No, actually, I'm fucked.
Make it a defense.
Let's use this.
I'll not be defeated.
I can have her brave twice and attack, or actually, I'm just gonna stick with my original plan. As long as Cyrus doesn't miss, we should be fine. And that way, next turn, Ophelia can get a big hit on him.
An interesting dilemma.
Between scholar skills. Okay. Why the fuck did I think that he was weak? He had a dagger on him. Why did I actually believe that? I'm a fucking idiot. Whatever. I thought he had daggers as a merchant. Apparently I was wrong. I know I am. He's weak to wind. Well, I completely guessed wrong that entire turn. Oh, and he gets to move first as well. Okay. I guessed wrong that whole turn, but you know what? It still kind of works out. So he's weak to wind, really? No? Is he weak to fire? He's probably weak to bows then. It's the only thing I could think of.
Bring about a miracle of healing.
Actually, it's good that he's blind, because he actually has better stats right now. Although the problem with it is I need him to attack this turn. So I actually need to remove it, unfortunately.
Coming, if thou darest.
Okay. So same thing again. I should have braved Armor Corrosive last time, because then I could have done a critical up, which I'm not going to be able to get off. Okay, so we just need to hit him once. So is he weak to bows? No. Okay, I'm done trying to figure out this last weakness. Fuck that.
Oh, sacred light.
I'm gonna be here for 8 years trying to figure out what his last one is. So yes, I do see why Analyze is a good skill now, because I have basically wasted a good chunk of this fight trying to figure it out, to no avail.
Unbending! Watch my blade dance.
3,634.
Letting the hunt begin.
Is there any skill that she can do that's single target? Not really. We broke him this turn though, so what I could do, I could feed my teammates.
Never missing. Letting my arrow fly and true.
Just have her attack.
I'll not be defeated. Here I go! Yeah.
Victory shall be mine.
He doesn't have enough to hit again with, so I'm just gonna have him use Insight. Fucking Cyrus. Is it fire? Well, it doesn't matter. Even if it's a neutral hit, he's still broken. So, it's still worth the damage.
The battle is
Okay.
truly joined.
Coming.
Just slowly
if thou
build up again
darest.
to be able to do that.
Using this.
3.
I'll not be defeated. Oh, sacred light.
The Brave Stout Wall.
Stand firm.
So it doesn't hurt as much, and then have him defend on the next couple of turns. Is it staff?
I'll
No,
not be
okay.
defeated.
Can't be.
Bring about a miracle of healing.
What next?
Yeah, we'll just kill time until he's actually low enough again. Then we'll throw up the usual. That's like the only actually lethal move, and since he can only move once a turn, it's actually not too terrible.
Using this.
Damn.
It's not awful. It's gonna attack, okay.
Bring about a miracle of healing.
I'm gonna have him guard next turn anyway, so we'll be good. Bow, it could. No, we tried bows. Fuck me. It's probably one of the elemental skills. Maybe I skipped lightning, I don't know. I mean, there's no better time to try. We already did Blizzard. We already did Firestorm. Let's try lightning. Maybe I thought I did. No, I did. Alright, I don't care anymore. I actually don't care
Shall be
anymore.
mine. I think not.
Forget it. We're gonna spend the whole fucking fight trying to figure it out. Let's see. Okay. So I can get him low. The only problem is I don't want to break him this turn, and I don't know if she'll accidentally hit him again. Let's do this. And I as I figured. Pretty much, that's exactly what happened. Okay, so I'm gonna break him next turn. So what I can do is I can Lion Dance Ulbrich. I'm gonna break him next turn. Hanit will use Armor Corrosive. They'll hit with magic. And unfortunately, since I don't really know what to do with this guy, I'm just gonna have him lay in with more BP. So I think I should just have him rest this turn.
I could use a rest.
Yep.
No.
So I'm doing this. He's getting weak, by the way, which is good. So I'll just have him break him. She'll lay in with Armor Corrosive.
Make it a difference.
Brave it once. Next turn she can brave up to her max.
I'll do my best.
It's literally just free damage. What we'll do is we will use Peacock Strut. Him.
Now, what next?
Alright, well. 3k, which is beautiful. And you can do it again next turn, which is good. Same thing here. I'm going to clear up her... What is it? Her blindness.
Have this.
So that way she can actually hit him.
Now, what next?
Same thing again. I can't boost it. Okay. That's fine.
No.
Now, obviously for him,
It's up
use
here.
this to the max.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
And that's about all I can do. And for the rest of it, just boost this. Because she doesn't have any single target sword attacks, so we'll just do this.
I will not
Okay,
be
beautiful.
defeated.
I mean, it's not beautiful that she got hit, but it's great that she survived. And it didn't really... It left her with reasonable room to not die.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Yeah, so I'm actually not going to Insight, because if other people can take it... Insight, yeah, I'm going to use Insight less, because I think using it too much on him is drawing too much damage that I can't really... I need damage to be spread out in this game. It's like the only game I've ever played in my life where I actually need to do that, by the way. This is literally unprecedented. Every other game, you want one person to take all the damage. This is the only game I have ever played in my life that does not operate by that rule. It's very awkward. It's very weird. I'll have him rest.
I'll do my best.
Like, every other RPG I've ever played has never been like this.
Come in, if thou darest.
Okay. Second serving is beautiful. Okay, we're getting him low. So we'll do this. Okay, she's fine. Now, I can do... Can't donate BP. So what I could do is I could rest again, but I don't really need to rest. I tried wind, right? Yeah, I don't know. It's a fucking mystery. It must be something weird. It must be something outlandish I didn't do. I could just hit him twice. Just say fuck it. Because next turn, who's gonna break him? It's either gotta be Ulbrich or Hanit. It's gonna be Ulbrich that's gonna break him. Hanit is gonna use Armor Corrosive. Yeah, okay. Straightforward. Hanit's gonna use Armor Corrosive like
How
usual.
about you?
Now the next turn, Ulbrich has to use Cross Slash, or Cross Strike. So she's gonna use Armor Corrosive.
Make it defenseless.
gonna do his usual deal.
Well then,
She has to dance on this turn for Old Brick.
this is the life.
Otherwise, this strat doesn't work, so she has to dance there.
I am playing, son. Watch my blade dance.
Goodbye, asshole. Yeah, okay, so I'm not going to insight nearly as much as I have been previously. I think that's what's been screwing me up, because it's been leading to situations where it's kind of a runaway sort of healing scenario. Unfortunately, people just got to spread the healing. They just got to take hits. Alright. Phew, they're all still alive after all. Oh. He dropped a book.
What in the...
What is this? It couldn't be a copy of From the Far Reaches of Hell. Oh, well, this is the quickest quest ever. Mission complete. Oh. Don't tell me it's 1/3 of the book. It's but an abridged copy translated into the modern tongue. And aside from the basic instructions on performing the rites and reagents required, all other details have been all but omitted. Why? It doesn't even mention the possible uses of these blood crystals. So this guy is just accumulating them? What's this? A piece of parchment has been inserted between the pages. Calculations on the number of test subjects required to create one blood crystal, I see. And there's a note. First specimen successfully synthesized and delivered. Yeah, he's but a henchman. Delivered. Could it be that someone commissioned that frightful stone? You know, only speculate. But whoever is behind this, could whoever is behind this be connected to the stolen tome I seek? Where am I?
Aha!
You're back with us, goodness. I'm feeling...
Are you okay?
The drugs that Awful Man gave you are still affecting you. Pray rest until your strength returns. Who are you?
Excuse me.
An excellent question, my dear, and one I'll be more than happy to answer. So I'm glad you were of help, Odette, by the way. When a poor girl just awakened from a coma, have you no shame?
Come.
No. Don't be silly, Odette. I was really trying to be a gentleman. Clearly.
Now then.
At any rate, Odette, there is a favor I would ask of you. Another one? Note my complete lack of surprise.
The truth is...
I found on our kidnapper's person an abridged translated copy of From the Far Reaches of Hell.
What
Whoa.
was that?
You're kidding. Needless to say, this could be a tremendous lead.
Thusly...
Need to find out where and by whom the volume was translated. Let me have a look. Whoever bound this spared no expense.
Indeed.
Not the same, there are a few bookmakers in the realm that could produce such a tome. Fine, I'll help.
You have my gratitude.
You have my thanks.
Aha!
Eureka! Or are they comparing it to other books? To see who bound it? The thin yet sturdy pages are characteristic of a paper made from the finest pine wood, while the texture of the vivid red binding reveals it is unmistakably tanned lambskin. There's only one place in the realm where both can be found in sufficient quantities.
Which means that...
Stoneguard, I'm sure of it.
Mm-hmm.
So that is where you were travel.
Yes.
Where else? I must track down this tome, Odette. I must do so before any more horrors can be unleashed upon our fair realm.
I see.
I wasn't asking, you know. Alright. So now we're just leaving it. That's it.
Forgive me.
I care not to boast, but I have experience in hunting wild goats. Oh, now that's interesting. Their fur and hide are highly valued, especially when unmarred by wounds. Instead of using a bow, I often build traps when I hunt goats. I see. I stalk the quarry, then herd it towards my pit or snare until it's caught. Different means for different prey. Hunting is not as simple as it seems. In all things, thou must find in the proper way to achieve in thy goal. Wast thou eaten soup with a fork, steak with a spoon? Well, if you have a spork, I mean, you could do both. It's quite kind of simple. Excellent examples, both. You state your case most persuasively. You have a talent for teaching. Perhaps it's something you might pursue in the future. Me a teacher? I think not. You seem very sure about that. I prefer the hunt. Well, pedagogy's loss is hunting's gain, I dare say. Unfortunately, I don't know what class to make this poor guy. I mean, maybe I'll stick with this. Nothing else gives him as much of a healing, or as much of a health boost. The only thing that would be better is Merchant. But I like what I have going with Cyrus, and even then, it's only a minor buff. I'd lose more health than it's worth. Yeah, so it's either Hunter or this. It's one or the other. Hunter gives him bows, but this gives him a bigger boost in stats, so, I mean, whatever. I guess I just gotta roll with it.
You're still here.
He's leaving.
I am, but not a moment longer. Thank you for everything, Odette. I am in your debt.
Thank you, Nintendo of America. That was a great joke.
You helped out a little here. What say we call it even? Be safe, Cyrus. I have a hunch you're poking around in something far more sinister than either of us can imagine.
I am well aware of the danger. I will exercise due caution.
Due caution? I'll believe it once you quit diving headfirst into whatever you think smells of mystery.
A man cannot so easily change his God's-given disposition.
You said it was 15 years ago that the tome was stolen.
Apparently, yeah.
That I did. What of it?
As you may recall, the then headmaster of the academy died under mysterious circumstances that very same year.
Aha! A connection, dear Sherlock.
Incidents are connected somehow.
It's quite the coincidence.
No, I just like spouting valedictory trivia. But now that you mention it, the disorder following the incident would offer a convenient opportunity to misappropriate an article from the archives. Wouldn't you say?
Your insight is invaluable and appreciated. I will keep this in mind.
I mean it, Cyrus. Be careful out there.
I will. And I'll return as soon as I get to the bottom of this. You have my word.
I'll be waiting with bells on.
Alright, bye. Wait. Is that one of the dudes with the crow marking? Or... I don't know. It's possible. So apparently he gets followed, but of course, since I'm going to be all over the place, you know, take that with a grain of salt. And so Cyrus bid couriers farewell. The translated volume he recovered from the villain pointing him to his next destination, Stoneguard in the Highlands, where the original copy of the tome he sought surely lies. Cyrus forged on in search of the truth. Alright. Silence. Something troubling you, my friend? You suddenly have a worried look about you. Don't stop and don't look back, but I feel eyes upon us. Someone watching me. It would well behoove us to trust your instincts. question is who? Let us drag them out of hiding and find out. Compel them to confess their intentions. We could try, but if they escape, we will only have served to alert them. Only one other avenue is open to us. What would that be? Continue on our way pretending that we have noticed nothing and let them make the first move. If that be your advice, so be it. But you must be our lookout. Do not let your guard slip. Knowing one's enemy is the first step to defeating him. I cannot tell if you are courageous or ignorant of the danger. Yeah, so basically Cyrus is being followed. Presumably for his knowledge. Oh, wait, we're basically fully healed. Okay, we're good. I didn't really get any money from doing that, by the way. The money I make from doing the story basically goes towards supplies, for the most part. Let's actually go back to Wellspring. I'm gonna hit up one of the vendors. See if I can buy medium healing and medium SP recovery. I'm really kind of hoping for that. I think that would make my life a lot easier. I would imagine that you have to be in like a level 45 town or something to do that, maybe, so who knows. It's a tavern. Here we go. It's 2 in 1. Look at this. I mean, that's actually not new. Olive of Life. Nah, they only have healing grapes. I mean, whatever. They're definitely holding off on these because they know that that would really make things a lot easier. Alright, well, I've done both of the low-level party members. The next mission is level 40. Holy shit. So, there's a couple options open to me. Actually, there's almost no options open to me. The only thing I can really do is continue on leveling, and then do Primrose, Therion, Tressa, and where's Alphen? Level 24, I think? Yeah, just do all their stories. Just level them up on the side. So I guess that's pretty much it. I kind of am forced to grind a little bit because I have to get their levels up. And more importantly, I have to get my main party's levels up because I'm struggling a little bit. Like, I could do some of these other ones, but I think I'd rather level a little bit just to round things out. Not scrape by. So yeah, I think that's going to kind of be it for now.